Hello everyone and welcome back to our Let's Play. It's Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your Stories Game channel, and today, well, here we try to figure out what's up with this guy here, because he just kind of... why does he have so much sway with the police detective? Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. Not so fast. Not so fast. Not so fast. Hope we're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. I've actually been sick again. I know. I just can't seem to bust these illnesses up since getting over COVID. I'm trying though. I really am. I'm taking vitamins, I'm taking pills, I'm taking everything, and just but I'm here today to have fun with you guys. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they proved that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. The fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Oh no, this isn't helpful at all. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I could do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That may be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie. You wounded me. Why would you believe me, even in the face of all this evidence? Here we go. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. Those fingerprints, are you sure they don't belong to Mrs. Pops? There's no mistake about it. With all my connections, I had the best forensic techniques money can buy performed. I find that to be a bit peculiar. What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me? What should I do? Not yet. Perhaps I should wait and see how this pans out first. And they proved it was Lolly who killed Oliver. You sure are calm for someone who's accusing his own girlfriend of murder. You have it all wrong. Allowing her to pay the price is a form of love. She says that she also wants to pay back her debt to society, but Oliver was also after Lolly's life. And why do you believe that the victim was set on taking Mrs. Pop's life? I suppose it's because he wanted to silence her. To keep her quiet because she knows the truth behind the kidnapping. In that case, why did he not target you as well? That's because he knew that if he killed me, he wouldn't be able to control my father. Oh, right you are. Even if it cost millions, I would have had the killer found. I believe he didn't kill you for an entirely different reason, however, I digress. Look, well then, why he didn't kill me? I'm worried about what'll happen to Lolly. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. Justified self-defense? Suppose that is a possibility given the circumstances. Really? Oh, thank goodness. However, self-defense was not necessary in this case. What do you mean? Miss Pops is innocent. Wait, what? She committed the kidnapping, right? But is she, maybe it's just saying that she's innocent of killing the butler because he killed the butler. She didn't do anything, so why would she need to defend herself from nothing? Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. She's still guilty of being involved in all of this craziness. You still don't believe a word I say, do you? His entire argument hinges on the fact that her fingerprints are on the gun. However, the truth does not lie there. It lies in whatever he is hiding from me, but not for long. Alright, looks like we have to go with this one. And I'm not really sure what to press here, but frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pop's fingerprints should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pop's prints should not be on the gun is oh, she's in costume. If she was in costume, there's no reason for her fingerprints to be on the gun. So how do I say that? One at the time of shooting? It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Aha! Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh? There's been no mistake. We found fingerprints. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time? Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Knights left for the haunted house. To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pop's prints found the way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is a murderer. But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right? You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer. Oh, Lance! What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Could it be the glass? I'm not entirely sure why, but that's the point. We're not really sure why. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, I should have read that. Mr. Prosecutor, I rate that piece of logic a 0 out of 10. This is 0, it's at least 6.8 out of 10. At this rate, Lolly is going to wind up getting arrested. If the murder did not happen in the stadium, then the scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below, there must be something that invalidates it. have no idea. Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Wait, that's the answer? Awesome! I got it! Yes! Alright! I mean, random guess, but it works. But then, I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. I'm just shocked that worked! This is a part of the costume that proves it. Oh, dear lord. The glass? If you look in this area, all will become clear. This area? Do you really think that sort of vague statement is going to fly? He saw right through me. I just know that it's not possible for the victim to have been shot at the stadium. Oh, it's because of the bullet hole here, because wasn't it in here? Could be the feet? There's no mud on the shoes? No. Maybe I should go with the bullet hole. Alright, the bullet hole. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point blank range. Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Olbeck saw in the stadium was? Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. Oh, that makes sense. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn. Ha! Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then? Lance set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must happen prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were at just before our prison was. I've got it. I know the real scene of the murder. The real location which Mr. Deacon was killed is here. The haunted house. Because of the glass. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house? Yes, and I have proof that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there. If this did not flash for me a second ago, I probably wouldn't have thought about this. What proves that the real scene of the crime was a haunted house? It's a glass inside the costume. These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find a piece of a mirror inside a costume. Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. However, there's one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. Oh my god! The way he says this is almost like a line ripped from a Clue board game. After that, you stole the Blue Badger-mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild Est area. The timing of when the Blue Badger-mobile was stolen confirms this as fact. Oh, the dots. Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that. Be quiet. Yes, please, do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct. I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps. Oh! How dare you? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. You know what's weird? Is Lang will arrest a guy for basically being in the wrong place a long time. But show him that there's actual evidence that suggests something was there. And he's like, nope, that doesn't work for me. What? Sheena, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house. You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low. Probability, ha 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 ha. Lang Z says, on truth pass, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have the definitive proof that you need? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you? Oh, the dots. Do I have solid evidence that proves a murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no. See, so since you don't have any, shut up. I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. And at that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I could prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I could prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder. What now, Mr. Edgeworth? Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission? Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find out the truth. Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing, you got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done as long as it is. Oh, the dots. Sheena! I'm here. Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately. Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval. Who was that? No. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. Mr. Amano. Agent Lang, if you please take a look at this. What is this? Sheena. It's the deed to the haunted house. The deed? Read it out loud. Gatewater Land Incorporated hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full in cash. What? So as you can see, I'm now the legal owner of the haunted house. Are you kidding? When did you? I ran into the owner of the park earlier and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That $1 million you paid, don't tell me it was. Oh, that's right, that was the ransom money. The disgusting suitcase belonging to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. Well, that's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss? Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course. Oh, the exclamated dots. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. Permission to search the haunted house is denied, and the discussion is there. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever. I'm gonna drop a save, just in case. Oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I swear, this is the, this is Lord of the Rings. It's like this case just doesn't end. It keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. This case did not need to be this complicated. Like really, if this case had ended an hour ago, I would have been like, man, this case was awesome. It had a lot of twists. It had a lot of turns. Lance, ended up killing the guy because he wanted to set up his girl and he wanted to take the money and leave because he was in debt. It all would have worked out just so well. But now we got the old guy over here who's like, not so fast. I'm going to delay everything because reasons. I mean, I'm starting to think the old man is in on it. Like, seriously, how else would he know that the murder happened in the haunted house if he wasn't in on it? I mean, is there a logical explanation for that? And is there a logical explanation why we can't get an arrest warrant? Or a police search warrant to search the house anyway, even though it belongs to him? I mean, can't we, like, make it so that he can't disturb the crime scene? I don't know. March 13th, 4:27. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! It's funny for her to say that. Okay, stop stealing my lines. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. And what is that? When the people are in a bind, the hero just disappears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagaratsu. But I thought you were a thief, not a hero. Yatagaratsu is noble and is always a thief of justice. That's of course. If we have enough information, I can recreate the scene, the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Kay, you are a genius. Agent Lang. So you want to use your little toy. Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe. Is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police reference documents? Yes, sir. I mean, we got it just in case we need it for the kidnapping case. All right, I'll input the haunted house data then. What is this? Where are we? And, am I in trouble now? Because I think I am. It's like we're inside the haunted house. Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Okay, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet. Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't, but I'm going to make you do all the hard work. Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall. What was the badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. In that case, I guess I'll just program my badger's silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete. Then I started walking towards the exit. And that's when you were struck from behind, right? Yes. But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from? There is only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here. From behind? From these doors? That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costumed kidnapper. Oh, so he's a costume as a perfect camouflage to bend in for the rest of the house. Why did I not get my HP back, by the way? Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I could think of no better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Oh, look at this. I love the animations. It's so cool. Well, Lance. What? What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of packing up the ransom money. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming that was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, I'm putting the new info now. Mr. Deacon was a bad badger, right? Since the bad badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is his left hand. Now, to verify the facts of this recreation, or the recreation, not recreation, I keep saying that. Recreation and recreation are two totally different things. Wow, this is kind of trippy to like examine ourselves. It's a replica of myself. You were totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh? Yes, I suppose I am also to blame for what happened to me. It was incredibly dark, which was all the more reason I should have been more alert. I vow to never be caught by surprise again. Notice anything? Okay, how is Little Thief? It's totally fine in recreating the crime scene. All that's left is more info. But you know, I can't believe I'm replicating a haunted house. And that we're talking about the fate of $1 million? Pretty exciting stuff. I can't say I understand what is so exciting about recreating a crime scene. In any case, I believe that it's very probable that the murder occurred at this place. And if I can prove that, then we'll finally arrive at the truth. Yeah, so what are we waiting for? Let's get investigating. You know what's weird is the fate of $1 million isn't at play here, Kay. $1 million has already been spent to buy this place. What's at play here is her future. Because being an accomplice to a kidnapping that was a staged kidnapping is probably not a serious crime. But being the mastermind behind the kidnapping and killing a person, that's a pretty serious crime. So the difference here is light punishment versus severe punishment. I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir. This space I'm standing in, it's like out of some crazy dream. Except that this isn't a dream. This is something Kay's gadget. No, wait. This is exactly like a dream, sir. I've never been so impressed. It's a miracle. Oh, the dots. Someone sure is easily impressed. Hey, I'm so glad you like it. Oh, so this is a product of your gadget? Now I wish I had one too. Well, once it's over, I'll let you play with it for a bit if you want. You do that for me, pal? Thanks. All right, well, let's wrap up this case up already. It's times like these, I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation. I don't know, I'd be pretty impressed too. Thanks for letting us use, the Little Thief. Lang C says, protect not those who seek the truth. So keep in mind, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing this for the truth. I'm sorry, but I kind of hate to say this, and I said I would reserve judgment, but this might be the first time in playing Ace Attorney that I'm going to say the following sentence. I think this right here is bad writing. Now hear me out. This guy was so insistent that Meekins was a criminal earlier. He didn't care about the truth. He just cared about conviction. And now all of a sudden, why did he do this 180? I mean, did I miss something? Because it seems to me like this isn't the same Lang that we met earlier in the case. For some reason now all of a sudden he cares about the truth. He cares about doing the right thing. I mean, I'm glad to see that's what you should do, because as a prosecutor of Interpol, that's what you should do. But the 180 here just doesn't seem to make a lot of logical sense. Am I missing something, or do you guys feel the same way? Let me know if I'm wrong, and please don't be afraid to say, FlightlessBird, you're wrong and here's why. I would love to have a conversation with you about this to maybe understand this better, because right now I feel like what I'm understanding is causing me to not enjoy this character as much as I probably should be enjoying this character, because he just seems like a hypocritical statement. I don't know. Like I said, I really would love to know what your opinion is on this line here, because this to me just seems so weird. His whole attitude seems so weird. Don't worry, I understand. We may have different methods, but our wish is the same. So, have you noticed anything worthwhile? I have no obligation to talk with you. Well, I'm fine with just little thief and solving the case. That toy, it's very well made. Ha! That's because it's harder than normal thief, Yatakaratsu. Okay, that maybe not be something you want to advertise to everyone. So, Shina, what exactly is the source of this extra-dimensional like space? I believe this is nothing more than a projection from that girl's toy. So, it's all an illusion, right? Yes. Hey, don't treat this like some sort of silly light show. You didn't recreate the weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So, tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea, but I doubt it was someone's bare hands. Okay then, where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch, sounds painful. Why are you smirking like that when you say it? It's just at your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that would have been used as a weapon. Like the sword? I'm looking for something the culprit could use to hit you with. I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in the hallway. A prop sword. Are you talking about this thing here? Yes. Although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me. To leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. Okay, so what test do you want to run on the sword? He was wearing a costume. This wouldn't matter. If he was wearing... But we didn't get hit with blood. I mean, were we bleeding? We were bleeding, right? I could have sworn we were bleeding. So, luminol. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Okay, good. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask you for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Nah, call the lab, boys. Understood. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side. So it must have been the left side of the pop sword that hit you then, right? Okay. Okay, I'll update the recreation with the stupid info. I will say, that tool is really cool. I won't rest, yes. And in the next instant, this badger will swing his left arm, complete with weapon in hand. Yes, to club me with the left side of the pop sword. Shall I recreate the moment impact? I want to see the pain expression on your face. Well, thanks. It's just fine the way it is. Wait. Maybe not. It's just my imagination, or something not quite right. You know, the Bad Badger is pretty bad looking when you see him up close. Well, what did you expect from a character named the Bad Badger? And those sunglasses, wearing them in the dark makes him seem extra bad? Now I'm lost. Which meaning of bad does she really mean? You know what's interesting is, that's his left hand. Isn't Lance left-handed? Okay, and that's not seeming to do anything. It's me. I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this. Oh, so what were you thinking about at that time? I don't recall, but I would guess I was thinking about the kidnapping. Really? Because I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conquered over the head! Yee. If I had known that at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? You know what I think the other problem with this case is, now that I'm thinking about it? Edgeworth. In case number 2, he was on the floor because of the earthquake, or the tremors in the plane, and therefore, he missed out on the important things that happened because he was knocked unconscious, basically. And in this case, once again, he was knocked unconscious. So it just seems to be a running theme, and I don't know, that seems kind of weird. Oh, deduce is up. Right. So deduce with this. Aha! I was right about that at least. According to this document, the victim was right-handed. Aha! I guess I should change which hand is holding the weapon then. You can't because of the gun. Hold on, you two. You didn't think I was going to ignore something like that, did you? What are you talking about? Look, don't interrupt me. I'm about to have a little fun. Ha! Even if you change your recreation, you'd only be wasting your time. It's not possible for that thing to hold something in its right hand, you know. Oh, the dots. Well, yeah, it is. It's just we got the wrong costume. This is Lance. Not... Yeah, this is Lance. But Mr. Edgeworth's logic is... What's that thing called? The Bad Badger. Just take another look at its right hand. Oh, I forgot the weapon isn't in its right hand because there's already a gun in it. Precisely. You knew that already. Yes, and I also know that the Badger was holding the weapon in his right hand. Huh? Are you aware of what's coming out of your mouth? You just contradicted yourself. I have evidence, of course. Proof that the culprit held the sword in his right hand. Sounds interesting. Alright then, show me this evidence. This piece proves that the culprit held the weapon in his right hand when he struck. Why is this so complicated? I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it. How do I say it? How do I say what I want to say? I wish I could see the scene better. Maybe it's the angle of the blade? Because the blood is on this side, not this side. So in order for it to be on this side, it had to come from a certain direction. The answer is the weapon itself. See how it's swinging? If you come down like this, you're gonna hit it on that side and not that side. Except for a bit on the left side, the prop sword is absolutely useless or spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side. But the replica of that badger is holding the sword in his right hand. Huh, I don't know what's going on anymore. Sorry y'all, my throat is starting to clog up. I'm doing my best. Giving up already is simple. If he can't hold the sword in his left or his right hand, then the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Irk! Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me, I hit you. It appears that you lied to me again, but you see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance. Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but that's what makes deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. Oh, I thought that was... Wait. I thought that was the whole point. I'm confused now. But you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a pop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the proto-badger. You got it, here I go! Now, we have a faithful recreation in the situation around the attack on me. Alright, all we have to do is examine the new recreation and... Ha 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 ha! And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of little thief. You mean a werewolf? He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I sit quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't, well, this is what Will's appetite. Oh, the exclamative dots. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm going to let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house. And what might that be exactly? A trick beyond your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena! Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Edgeworth. 7 Wonders of the Disappearing House. The Disappearing Badger. Huh. I am actually... I hate to say this. I hate to leave this here because I so badly want to finish this case. But I need to take a break. I'm sorry. I just did Breath of Fire before this. And I can't... I need to take a break. I love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for understanding. No more YouTube coming in all of YouTube. I can't tell you how much you guys matter to me. When I'm feeling down and ill and I see you guys comment and like videos and just interact with me, it means the world to me. And I'm truly, truly, truly thankful and grateful. Thank you so very much. Until next time, my friends, on a blind Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigation, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.